in really close if you would, Ron, because I actually have voiceovers for this. I used to do this for my niece and nephew, but I don't want you to look at my face when I do it. So look down here, Ron. Get on in here. Okay, go. I'll get you, my pretty, and you'll hold on, too. How about a little fire, Scarecrow? My favorite. I used to do that for my nieces and nephews, and I make the funniest face when I do it. That's why. There's vanity. But here's the story. Cowardly Lion. Here is Dorothy. Here is the Scarecrow. Here is our beloved Tin Man who was wanting a heart. Why are we really excited about this? Because this is from Fisher-Price. It is their iconic Little People figurines done for the 85th anniversary of, say it with me, The Wizard of Oz. We all can do. We're off to see the wizard, the wonderful Wizard of Oz. Here he is, a whiz of a whiz, if ever a whiz there was. I'm not supposed to sing this song. I'm bringing in Marcy Corradetti, because I don't think I'm supposed to do this right now.
I know. Hello.
Nice to see you.
It's hard not to.
Okay, so thrilled about this.
I know.
Let's start with Fisher-Price. Yeah. Iconic.
Okay, and I have to say, full disclosure, this is mine. This does not come with the Little People, okay? So we're a crazy family for The Wizard of Oz. And so Fisher-Price has been around since 1930, their 94th anniversary. Wow. They're synonymous with the greatest toys for children. Everybody knows their little Tykes line. And so Little People, the chunky little pocket-sized guys, have been incredibly popular with all of our children. But this was created for adults. This is created for the collectors. Okay. So it's called the Collector Edition. They do pop culture, they'll do television shows. They chose this because of the 85th anniversary and because it's so iconic. So you get all 4 characters measuring in about 2.5 inches each. They're chunky, they'll fit in the size of your hand, they're adorable. My grandson, who's only 10 months, if you sit with him, he loves to play with them as well. So collectors, children, everyone who loves The Wizard of Oz, comes with the backdrop, so you can create with the core 4, as we call them in our house. Yeah. With the core 4, you can create every scene, every thought from the film, every song that you can sing, because this is the way they look. And there's
Dorothy
Toto.
has, and Toto too.
And there's Toto too. And you know, Toto made $125 a week just for being Toto. And by the way, Toto is a she.
Toto was a she.
Toto was a she. So Toto made more than the Little People, the little munchkins. Toto made a lot. There's so much cool stuff about this iconic information. Toto was absolutely one of the most favorite of all. Dorothy's dress was pink and blue. The Scarecrow had lines on his face for a year after, just from the prosthetics of his makeup.
The makeup art, the person.
A year after, can you imagine? In fact, the Wicked Witch was green for years after, too.
Really?
Just from her makeup.
Wow.
Isn't that crazy?
Yes.
The Tin Man was originally Buddy Ebsen from the Beverly Hillbillies. Remember Buddy Ebsen? Yes. Well, the part eventually had to be switched, and he left because he was allergic to the aluminum dust in his makeup.
Ooh.
Isn't that cool? And it went to Jack Haley, and of course Jack Haley was, you know, the favorite. And in fact, when they tried to make the Tin Man cry, castor oil didn't show up on film, so they used chocolate syrup.
So they used chocolate syrup?
Yes, so it could show. And the reason behind that, and the changing of the ruby slippers from silver, which is in the original books, to ruby red, was all because Louis B. Mayer, head of MGM, was introducing Technicolor. This was the first film introducing Technicolor, and they wanted to show it off.
You know, and rightfully so, because remember, it goes from black and white to that Technicolor when she's about to take that yellow brick road. There's that huge moment in the film that everybody loves. But even the background, let's talk about the background, because it has the famous poppy seal,
the field of poppies. Will make them sleep. Right. Absolutely. You can see the Emerald City in the background. Everything that you need, again, to create the poppy fields, the yellow brick road in the front, done in this beautiful iridescence. You can lay this out and position them however you love. That's right. That's Captain Marvel, who, of course, shows up to take her home, and she doesn't have to do that, of course, in the end, because she clicks her heels. There's no place like home. It's got great imagery. It has great messaging for children. One of the greatest films, and of course, 85 years since it's been released. Wow. This is going to be a big year for Oz, too, if you think about what's coming film-wise, with Wicked becoming a film. When you think of all the things that are going to happen, this is a great set to have just to come around with that Oz theme.
And you know what, if you come on in here, Ron, I want to show you that, like 360 degrees. So how tall did you say these were?
2.5 inches
2.5 inches. And 360, right? They look great. every single one of them. And you know, I feel like they're substantial.
They are.
You know,
they're
not
sturdy.
flimsy. They're
Yeah,
sturdy.
they're sturdy.
So
They're
if you
chunky.
give this to your little person and they've gripped it in their little hand,
He
there
throws
you go.
them.
Here he
I'm telling
goes.
you, my grandson throws them everywhere.
And
we are watching him.
durable and clearly fine.
Yes.
And then here is the
There's your
Scarecrow who was looking for brains.
Oh, her
all
best
the way
friend.
done, all the way around, which I love. And then I love that Dorothy has, and Toto too, and Toto too.
Oh, yes.
And Toto too, holding Toto in the basket, bows on her hair in the back,
right.
the braid going all the way down. 800 of these have been spoken for. You know, the Wizard of Oz is, it's iconic, obviously.
Absolutely.
Has an amazing cult, I'll say cult, but I really mean a bajillion thousand people following.
Yes.
Because we just never get tired of it. Of course, the cowardly lion with the bow in his hair, looking for courage.
I do.
What did you say? I do believe in ghosts. 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 Something. 1,000 of you are ordering. People are stocking up. Look at his little tail in the back. So you probably even have friends who is like the Dorothy for you, or the Tin Man for you, or the Scarecrow for you, and it comes in this.
Look at that. Great collector
in this
box.
keepsake collector box at $22.98. In Toto too, and Toto too. And the ruby red slippers, I mean, there's all sorts of information about the slippers too. I think are they in a museum?
They're in the Smithsonian
Yes, they are.
Institute since
Yes.
1979.
Thank you so much, Marcy
Thank you.
Corradetti.
Thanks for
Super
having me,
fun.
Rachel.
Thank you so much. Appreciate you. For sure, for sure. All right, I think Chad Johnston is going to come over here in a second because we have